But that doesn't make any sense. I mean, if Darth Vader was trying to destiny swap with the sun over and over again using psychological manipulation and knew that it wouldn't work, that's the epitome of, if you're not with me, then you're against me. And whoo, look at all this money. And it's what it is. I mean, I'm the sun and the moon. I'm the sun and the moon. So if you have a Pisces moon trying to be a Pisces sun, that's not going to work. That's the moon. That's the ass. That's the moon making an ass of themselves. And I can't do anything about that. I really don't care. I really don't care. It's just what it's. But I mean, when you say that confirmation, when you say that they were continuing to do the destiny swap over and over, and it kept backfiring, and bringing unalive and destruction to people, well, that would make them not only insane doing the same thing over and over again, but that would make them criminally insane doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Now, me, I expect 5-star reviewed humans. I always expected a different result, from, but having to stop, having to take a step back and figure out what kind of devil bullshit has been going on. Figure out what kind of devil bullshit has been going on, keeping people from healing, from tapping into their birthright, because the last thing they want you to do is healing yourselves and others. And you get a lot of that mark of the beast energy from the Christian religion, because they had to find a way to lock you in. They had to find a way to lock you in to a belief system, and that's fine. That's what your soul came here to learn this incarnation. While you're welcome to your belief system, just like everyone else. But when you see the results, right? When you see the results, and me, I like to see results. So if I know that there is an earth angel out there somewhere, who has been, constantly overcoming these magical situations, is what it is. And when I hear a reader say that these people did nothing except earn a bad X-ray, I certainly hope it's not the X-ray that I earned. I earned mine the hard way, though. They took the easy route. They took the easy route to earn that X-ray, and I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that. And as far as you're talking about them sending demons and shit to the earth, and what is that about? Don't they know that angels torment demons? Simple enough. I bet the tormented demons are super mad. Oh, I bet they're super mad. So it is. Anyway, I mean, y'all, it's all that talk. It's just what it is. This isn't talk radio. This isn't a talk show. This isn't even a podcast. Now, I mean, I guess it could be a Scottcast. I guess it could be a Scottcast teaching you how to fish. Cults, covens, secret societies, people that just don't care, reptilians. And I mean, once you see that energy, you can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. And then you get drawn to people like David Icke. Well, he's obviously seeing something. And then when I hear a woman be brave enough and not really give a shit what other people think, and come out and talk about seeing a transformation on that island that they're trying to bury up with a lost list, the land of the lost list. So when I hear a woman come out with that kind of bravery, now me, I mean, I've seen a woman be as brave as she could, going, "Oh my God, what the fuck am I looking at right now?" And you can't unsee that. You can't. Now me, I didn't see what she saw. I saw the reaction it caused, but and she was alive to tell the tale. She did. Me, I don't know if I made it or not, but that's no one's business. That's my personal business. That's my personal business. And when I hear y'all talking about Pisces, they think you're immortal. Well, where's that fucking person? So it is. Because I want to know what kind of immortal shit they're up to. It's just what it is. I'm not here to entertain mortals. not here to entertain mortals. Even though I do kind of like it, but it's what it is. I mean, that's Harry Potter energy. That's Voldemort. I mean, he who shall not be named. We don't want to. We don't want to give the enlightened ones that power just by speaking their name. They're the Illuminati dimwits that shall not be named. And knowing that, readers have already called out Dorothy as being the trust fund witch that paid practitioners to summon a djinn, and I mean, everything happens in divine right time. I mean, knowing that that's past life energy of mine that they tried to use against me when I've already learned that lesson, that just means this is their lifetime. That's so. See, I learned that lesson, and then I went over here. I went over here, and then they went over here. So now this is their lifetime to learn that lesson. But what you have to think, what comes around goes around with forbidden magic. No, 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 no. It doesn't work that way. No, no, no. It's what comes around goes around, not what comes around goes back around in times of divine judgment. It's just what it is, and I can't do anything about that. I mean, I keep hearing that energy. Everybody's under judgment, and that's sad. That's I guess they wanted to see me sad. Okay, well, cool. They're under divine judgment, so that's sad. That's sad. They can see me sad that they're under divine judgment. That works. That works out well. Simple enough. And I mean, when you say that they did too much, well, who the fuck are they? Like the they live people? Is it like we've got one that can see us? Because we know that John Carpenter's movie They Live was meant to be a documentary, like these other documentaries that are coming out in the modern, but the world just wasn't ready for it, and he got unalive threats. He was a big vajayjay, and when you're a big vajayjay and doing creative things, I mean, that's one of the things that Dolores Cannon taught us. We have to remove the fear, which is like stage fright, being a big vajayjay, making a documentary, things of that nature. You don't want to be those things. You don't want to be those things. You want to, a humiliation. There's nothing more humiliating than watching Heather McDonald get slammed on stage over a blood and Jesus joke. Simple enough. Pure blasphemy at its finest. And I don't care. I'm not on the side. Do I see myself in Heather? Well, yeah. I mean, I lay down on the stage all the time. It's just what it is. If you've never seen the Heather McDonald collapse, there was a lot of this that stemmed from that, because you can't have this without that. And when I say something about that, and it causes a stir over here with this, well, then I obviously know that didn't like this. And I'm not responsible for what that likes. That has its own path. Me, I'm trying to find that earth angel that all these tarot witches keep trying to manifest the unaliving of, that will be going back, and I can't do anything about that. What they put out goes back on them. And, I hear that the Earth Angel has this mighty shield, and that would fit the Pleiadian Master's Light Merkaba, which is like, future technology from the Pleiadians that Tony Stark would have used to defeat Thanos, and it's what it is. And I mean, if Pisces swoops in like INFJ Tony Stark and takes Thanos, I took Thanos, and I did, and I left Voldemort the reptilian all noseless. That's why they have to wear a mask, because they're noseless. Simple enough, and they have this insecurity thing about being around Earthlings, all blah. That's what I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about that, and I'm more concerned with women that come out on live TV talking about seeing people shapeshift, live and in living color, because I mean I mirror those. So being a mirror to them and everyone else, and no one's any different than anyone else. Some of these people a little bit different. It's just what it is. They're just unique. But when I hear horrible destiny swap gone wrong, and people knew that it wasn't going to work, but they just kept it up. Because in hopes that maybe the Earth Angel would fly away. They were hoping that maybe the Earth Angel would fly away, maybe dig a hole, maybe dig their own hole, and then just cover themselves up, because it gets cold in Texas. this time of year. It gets cold in Texas this time of year. I know that they wanted that individual homeless. Okay, great. Well, where are these individuals fucking with a traveling business that they want homeless? So I mean, I don't understand their thought processes in this situation. And I mean, I know we don't want to run from our problems like everybody's doing right now. It's just what it is. From the top water lures to bring you into the devil's fucking den, to the bottom feeders that are basically the devil's minions doing the devil's ditch digging dirty work. And I can't do anything about. I mean, don't they know that you can go rent like a ditch witch? You don't have to go get the real witch out of. You don't have to go get the real witches out of a ditch. You could have went and got a ditch witch to build or do whatever you do with ditch witches. I don't know. Certainly beats having a witch in a ditch later on in life. Ooh, now we have the lights the same color as the candle flame. That's what it is. Y'all have some paranormal shit going on in your home? Paranormal INFJ, we're used to that. We're used to that. There's hours of content on YouTube since everybody's so interested in studying something that they fucking don't have the cojones. They're too big of a vajayjay. They don't have the cojones because they're too big of a vajayjay to ask the questions. And so we don't know how to approach that. Well, that's what it is. You can't approach someone after you tried to sacrifice them. Now, if you know that they tried to sacrifice someone, well, I mean, you can approach it. Hey, did you know they were trying to sacrifice you? I can approach that person that way. And knowing that they tried to stop their business or their spiritual gifts or their finances or whatever the fuck these girls are talking about, knowing that they tried to stop all of those things, I'm going to focus on that unstoppable person. Fuck all these people doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, like a bunch of criminally insane. That's Hannibal Lecter. And when you're wanting to eat, because I understand that most of these people are necromancers. So if they're wanting to eat, to eat the essence of the young children, that's a truth that's going to shock some people when it comes out. Now, them being jealous of my spiritual gifts, I've done the shadow work. I mean, my QHHT session was a part of the Order of the Dragon. And I mean, that was during the Crusades, and we've already went over this. This is the Word of God. And I mean, when you're dealing with the Creator consciousness, any book is the Word of God. That's why they fight about this shit all the time. Whoever created this, it came from the Creator consciousness. It's just from Christ consciousness, the super consciousness, the Creator consciousness, the God consciousness. It's just the Creator consciousness. The problem is the devil can't create on their own. They have to feed off of others. They have no creativity. They have writer's block. They're just blocked all the way around. But they have money and power, and that's the demonic entity attachment that we're talking about, because they have to have money and power over their minions. When they defy gravity and milk them, they're milking their livestock. And they milk them up, and then the cow has to lay down. The cow has to lay down to let the narcissist defy gravity and milk them upwards, because it goes up to the top of the pyramid. And I don't know. I don't agree with that's how I see it. I don't. How are they getting the cows to lay down? That doesn't make any sense. Now you're going to have all the eyes. I'm not laying down for anyone. Well, are they milking you? Yeah, well, you lay down and took it. Oh, let me just relax. I'm so tired. It's been such a hard day of them defying gravity and milking me backwards. God got us all that is, angels, archangels, the cinemasters, the divine white light. Ask it to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time, for myself as well as those that your readings for. Namaste. Says the thing is, when you look at the diagram of the planes of light, the point of the pyramid's at the bottom. You're expanding as you go up. As you go up the planes of light, you expand in frequency, not the other way around. They don't keep you dumbed down. people's love, people's light, people's health, people's wealth, people's abundance, people's thinking is broken, their bodies are broken, and some of these people have no soul. Soulless beings. And I mean, I can't prove by the information that has been shared and the research that I've done is if you go and look up just the keywords of spiritual body jumping jinn that these witches have summoned, bouncing off the shield onto NPCs or fucking Dolores Cannon's backdrop people. It's what is projections of energy. And we're already seeing the signs. We're seeing the signs of their chaos magic backfiring. Their mental magic and their voodoo. And I can't do anything. I don't care about that doo-doo. I just don't care about that voodoo doo-doo. I don't care about that shit. That's the opposition. See, it's the opposition. You have to understand. Reiki was the healing power that Jesus possessed. And now that being in my birth chart is what they're kind of studying and can't understand. But knowing that Reiki was the healing power that Jesus possessed, it's what it is. You've got Reiki teddy bears for doing distance Reiki remote sessions. If you can do that, well, then you have to switch sides. You can't have voodoo dolls and Chucky dolls and Annabelle dolls and all that shit running around. See, they feed you that because they're dark, evil people. They feed you that. They don't tell you about Reiki teddy bears that are kind of, hey, how you doing? You kids are fucking it all. You guys are screwing it all. You ever seen that meme? Who said that? Jesus Christ, you called? Can I help you? Anyway, I can't do anything about that. I'm not worried about people and their doo-doo dolls when there's Reiki teddy bears. There's Reiki teddy bears. It's like a Care Bear, but it's not. It's a Reiki teddy bear. And every time I hear voodoo doll, all I can think is, a Reiki teddy bear? No, voodoo doll. Shut up. It's a Reiki teddy bear. Don't be focusing on the doo-doo doll. Focus on the light. Get out of the dark. You can't play with your doo-doo doll. And not, well, I mean, I guess you can. Play with my doo-doo doll in public. Bah! You can't get on YouTube. Well, I guess you can. YouTube just, their demonic community standards have just kind of paved the way for death and destruction. And I can't do anything about that because you got to keep in mind all of this spiritual warfare and shit's been going on with YouTube content creators. Your witches and shit are the tarot readers. I can't do anything about that. I certainly can't do anything about it backfiring and going back on them tenfold when it just happens naturally. It's just cause and effect. They caused the problem because they caused the problem for another because they wanted the effect for themselves. Simple enough. And we're not doing that reading. I got ahead of myself. We did this last time. And we want to do something different. We don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Hell, that makes us any better than Darth Vader with his mask on, all wheezy and shit. No. We're going for the master. We're not going for Lord Vader. I am the Lord. This is listen to me. No. We're mastering energy. We're going for Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Master Obi or Yoda. I don't mind being Yoda. Yoda's pretty cool. Master Yoda. It was Master Yoda, Master Obi-Wan. It's just what it is. This is the difference between mastering universal life force energy and then trying to lord over the shit. Playing God in people's lives. What the hell is wrong with these emotional nutbags? That's their biggest flex in life. Oh God, I was the Lord. I was trying to play God in people's lives as Lord Vader, and then here come all of these energy masters playing with their universal life force energy Jedi bullshit, playing mind tricks on us. Simple enough. We'll be taking our power back on the right side this time. Simple enough. Simple enough. We'll be bringing harmony and balance to the left side, though. It's just what it is. They forced God's hands, and now destruction and shit's happening. I can't do anything about that. It's not happening here, even though there's no sun. Even though there's no sun outside, the day's not over. And it hasn't even rained yet. There's just no sun. There's just no sun. God took the sun away, and that's fine. That's fine. People are getting karma. What side do I want? Over here, left-hand side. Karma's getting on the left-hand side. I can't do anything about demonic people thinking that taking out divine beings gets them blessings with their voodoo dolls when Reiki teddy bears always win. That shit always works. That's what it is, based on your beliefs. If you believe it does, it does. But this what is the light always wins. Simple. Don't they know anything? Don't they? Do they not watch Disney? Do they not watch Disney? That's what it is. These witches always lose. So all you have to do is dump a bucket of water on them, and melting. But then they don't expect a INFJ Tony Stark type to come in and take they nose. And I did. I took they nose like Thanos. And left them looking like Voldemort, he who shall not be named. I can't do anything about that. And that's the group. Your group collaboration is all run by Voldemort trying to attack Harry Potter, and their unalive magic just never works. But they keep trying. They keep trying to find new ways to be, evil magicians in black robes and shit. Simple enough. No, I don't like the Harry Potter role. I don't like that. The scar's not even on, well, I guess it is on my head. But anyway, it's not a lightning bolt. No. And if you have the lightning bolt scar, we want to move into more of the Dr. Manhattan aspect of channeling the gods. Simple enough. Why channel an entity when you can channel God? Moving forward. I don't want a middleman between me and the source. That's what it is. No. I want pure God running through me. I don't want some middleman cutting my God and then, coming giving me some diluted fucking God when I can go straight to the source. God is all it is. Angels, archangels, ascended masters, the divine white light has to be a clear and infinite channel for your wisdom at this time for myself as well as those I do readings for. Namaste. Simple enough. People's love, people's light, people's health, people's wealth, people's abundance. It is scattered about. However, once they realize that I am love, I am light, I am health, I am wealth, I am abundance, the shit goes within. It's within confirmation. It's within you. It is within you. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. And there is no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is a co-created experience with the divine. Now, that energy and that's what it is. And when I hear tarot readers that are where, these people are threatening me and blah 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 blah, that's kind of what they want to come from you. Because I mean, if you ever say that shit to a fucking piggy with an empty bank, they're going to throw you in a turtle suit. They're going to make you look like a ninja turtle. That's what it is. And knowing that energy will be going back on them and they'll be losing their minds with entities and shit being conjured up. It's what it is. I can't do anything about that. It's divine timing. We have 8 years of this shit to deal with. Left brain, right brain, subconscious mind. I mean, you're not going to have Susan saying God has your back. And she didn't even know what she was talking about, but she was getting the download of fucking gremlins. Okay, cool. We're talking about energies that have nowhere to go. These people are teaching conjuration on YouTube, and people opened that door and conjured shit. Okay, great. I'm protected by angels, and these fools are conjuring demons. Okay, cool. Don't go look into the dark arts. How's that sound? Darth Vader? Don't go. It's called the fucking dark arts for a reason. Don't go studying that shit. Stay away from the occult. I don't care. I don't care what people do. I know it's a destiny swap gone horribly wrong, and it's horribly wrong, and I can't do anything about that. Cards in the upright? No. Cool. On the karma side of things, yeah, the truth's coming out on the karmics. Simple enough. Truth's coming out on everybody. Everybody is getting exposed, and I know with any court, 3D and or higher dimensional, It's just what it is. Once shit is an illusion and the illusion's been broke, well, then it's just like, oh, we've broke out of this fucking illusion that had destroyed. It's either destroy the illusion or let the illusion destroy you. And that's what it is. It's all about self-preservation. Look at that. One-on-one is always the best. And it's what it is. I mean, that is an initiation or an attunement card. Okay, cool. It's in the upright. These group initiations and whatever the hell dark art things they're attuning to, that's Voldemort. Voldemort and his band of merry magicians, they failed in the end. Dumbledore INFJ was all pissed off. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe the kind of betrayal that was going on behind the scenes at his school. Here's my card, higher consciousness. You either have it or you don't. And yes, Dumbledore. He was an INFJ. It's simple enough. With the big old beard and shit like Gandalf. Saving hobbits and shit. It's what they did. You're talking about people that trained dragons back in the day. They trained the dragons back in the day. And you've got Archangel Michael all in the cards. Okay, cool. Archangel Michael does not like dragons. Contrary to popular belief, whatever you've been told, Archangel Michael does not like dragons. They torment dragons. Simple enough. Ooh, these masculines are upside down over that shit too. Simple enough. I hear there were a bunch of masculines wanting to wear a negative feminine mutables light because we can generate our own and they cannot. They cannot. It's what it is. I mean, when you have source pouring into you, you're going to shine like the sun. And they don't like that. They don't like the mighty shield. So it's called a Pleiadian Master's Light Merkaba, but they just don't like that shit. And they can read, extra, read all about it. And I gave you the words straight from, there's a fucking school. There's a Pleiadian school. Imagine that. So it is. However, for harmony and balance, yes, these Clyde and Bonnie energies, they are being flipped upside down. And it's what it is. And I mean, you can tell them not to fight, but so I don't have, it's just what it is. I don't have a Bonnie to fucking bang Merkabas with. It's just what it is. It's just what I have a pushing up Daisy, and that's John Wick energy. That's John Wick energy, and the cards. Do you know who that person is? Yeah, and they just like trying to destiny swap with Michael Myers. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Moving forward on the emotional side of things. Yeah, they're dark hearts. That's what's wrong with them. They're emotional dark hearts. Doing the dark arts. It's what it is. Wearing a mask and shit with their black robes and their weird rituals. We're removing that negative energy. We're breaking you out of the dark ages and going into the light. Be compassionate. They know not what. If they know not what they do, then that's why they keep doing the things that they keep doing, and because they think that they're the do. And now me, I know if I see myself within everyone, 8 billion people, and then I just start flushing out. I start flushing out all of the aspects of people that I can, just flush it right out. And then I go over to the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole, it's back there. I go back there to the rabbit hole and I flush that shit. After I flush that out of me, the aspects of people that I just cannot handle, and then I flush it down the rabbit hole. If I see myself within everyone, and then I flush the aspects within them that I can't handle within me, well, then that makes you the shit at that point. But it's not like a group of shit. It's not like a whole diaper full of turds. It's completely different than that. It's completely different than that. It's the divine shit. And it's what it is. I mean, when you put light on that situation, it's what it is. It's fertilizer. It's what it is. Now, there's two different ways you can fertilize the new earth. You can do it with the light, or you can do it with density, and it comes from flushing these ignorant fucking aspects, things we're not worried about down the rabbit hole. It's just what it is. And I mean, everyone's going to know that the INFJ is a walking rabbit hole. Fuck, they're Dumbledore and Master Yoda. So when you get Dumbledore and Master Yoda in the same room, people fucking, it's just what it is. They're not going to be able to match the intuition of an individual like that. However, the manifestation, these people are not masters. They nurtured the wrong thing in a horrible... They tried to destiny swap with an energy master. Look at that. And the energy exchange is now balancing itself out. What is the current situation? Your prayers have been answered. What is the energy from the past? The shit was all over money. Okay, great. Was it this little piggy? Is it this little piggy that we blame? Or is it this little piggy who's sworn to protect and serve but trusted the coin instead of God? Or the little piggy that got none. The little piggy that walks away wins in the end. Anyone that did this shit over money is under judgment. Change your consciousness. What is underneath it all? The ascended masters are supporting all of this. The Madame Takatas, the Dolores Cannons, the women from the grave that these people have fucking robbed more than anyone else. Their time is up. Show some gratitude. Simple enough. Simple enough. So you can show gratitude to Darth Vader with his mask on, or, and that's what it is. I mean, that's why I took the Loki route. Ooh, where's my cup? I gotta go fill my Loki cup. The Loki mask. Namaste.